Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Jay.
And we have some news updates for you from around the land of smiles today, this Thursday, March 27th. But before we begin, please remember to subscribe to the Thaiger to stay up to date on all things Thailand. Now, today we'll be talking about a Tunisian tourist hostage drama at a Pattaya hotel, plans for Bangkok's first Formula One Grand Prix starting to gel, and a little later some hurdles in the process of impeaching Philippines Vice President Sara Duterte. But first, a couple of plugs. And the first one up will be my show, Pattaya Night Live, coming to you tomorrow night. That's March 28th at the Siam Design Hotel. I will be there as hosting with my co-host Phil Koo, with our headliner Justin St. Denis, his wife, also performing. So we got a little farang and Thai wife action. Tale as old as time here.
Yeah.
Not that kind of action. And our feature act, Jock McKay, a Scottish fellow who has a musical twist.
Yeah.
So if you guys are looking for something to do down in Pattaya on Friday, March 28th, please Google it. You can Google Pattaya Night Live. It's on Megatix. You can buy your tickets now in advance. You'll save a little bit of money.
I vouch for Phil Koo.
Yeah.
Phil Koo.
Didn't mention me, but I'll take it. Thank you.
It's your show, man.
All right, that's it for that plug. Now we got our next plug. This show is brought to you by
EC Markets.
yeah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever thought about trading in the global markets, EC Markets is the way to go. They've been in the business for 10 years. They're a trusted website. They're our sponsor. But guys, disclaimer, do be careful out there. Whether it's crypto or the global markets, things go up and down. So be careful when you're investing. Only invest what you are willing to keep aside and forget.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, yeah. Invest at your own risk, but EC Markets has those tools to get you started on investing in your future.
That's right.
Now, let's get into it, shall we?
Shall we?
Our first story is, it's really global economic news, but it is taking a big toll on Thailand. The Trump tariff threat is slowing down the Thai auto industry. That's right. Thailand's automotive industry is reeling as a potential 25% tariff from Trump on imported vehicles causes global uncertainty. Car exports dropped 8.34% in February and are down 18.1% for the year, while domestic sales also fell about 9.5%. Tight lending rules and stricter emission standards abroad are compounding problems. Manufacturers face reduced production, and the industry is banking on the Bangkok International Motor Show and a 5 billion baht loan scheme to boost demand. All eyes now on Trump's decision, which could determine the sector's short-term future. So these are set to take place potentially April 2nd.
Okay.
Or not, right? So this is one of the problem with a lot of markets is just the uncertainty of what the future is going to look like, right? Like if we know that they're coming on the 2nd, then the markets can prepare and adjust accordingly. But the uncertainty is really what is causing a lot of the volatility, not just here in Thailand, but really for auto manufacturers all around the world. I'm not sure if, how this will impact a lot of. So one of the interesting things, new cars might be more expensive, which means that used cars will go up in value as well. This is something that we've seen bubble up from time to time before. A fun little tidbit for you.
Yeah.
My mother ran a car rental agency.
Did she?
She does. She still does.
Oh, wow.
So she would use the cars, rent them for 3 years, make a bunch of money on that, and then because of these kinds of things happening in the market and the used cars prices going up, she would sell them 3 years later after using them for 3 years for a higher price than she bought them for.
She's a smart lady.
Insane. So mom did very well. Smart one, mom. Sorry if I gave away the business plan, but it's a pretty interesting story. And I mean, there's plenty of stories like hers. So it's interesting to see. Anyways, that's it for that one.
All right. Moving on to our next story, a little bit of a serious one regarding a Tunisian tourist that was arrested after a hostage drama in Pattaya. A 21-year-old Tunisian tourist was arrested in Pattaya after a drunken rampage on Walking Street, where he held a Thai woman hostage with a broken bottle and threatened bar patrons. The man, clad only in underwear, accused the woman of stealing his money before restraining her and causing chaos. Police negotiated with him for over an hour before he fled into a nightclub where he was subdued and arrested. The woman, a bar worker, denied the theft and said he only had 500 baht. The man now faces charges of public intoxication and disturbing the peace.
Yeah. He looks pretty out of control there.
Yeah.
I gotta say. And she's like, what do you mean steal? You only have 500 baht on.
Yeah.
You're in your underwear.
Yeah. looks like an average night in Pattaya.
Yeah. I guess this
You don't know me.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious. Like, and then he just runs. He tries to make a dash for it into a nightclub with no exits. Like, where are you going, buddy?
That almost sounds comical, like in a movie. Like it's like the police are right in front of you, and you're just like, "What's that?"
Agreed. But yeah. Anyways, crisis averted.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the girl's okay. Wonder
We've
what'll
got
happen to
some
him.
loony bin characters, man. Like, I feel bad for Pattaya sometimes because.
We're not sending our best.
I can't make this story up. I can't make the story up.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild one. And guess what, Jay?
Yeah.
It's not our only out-of-control tourist in Pattaya for the day.
Here we go,
Let's
darling.
get into the next one. Get this. A drunk American tourist sleeps on a road in Pattaya.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know why this made it in. This isn't news. Anyways, a drunken American tourist was found lying in the middle of Jomtien's second road in Pattaya, insisting he was just trying to sleep. Locals and tourists moved him to safety before rescue workers arrived, but he refused help and became agitated. After 30 minutes of persuasion failed, he was told the police would be called, prompting him to suddenly stand up and walk away. Bystanders followed him until he vanished from sight, believing he returned to his hotel. The incident caused concern for his safety, with witnesses noting his earlier erratic behavior. Well, I'd say so.
Yeah.
The rescue worker, God, come on. He's like, I'm good.
It could be a host of things, I feel like some sort of substance was involved in the sense where you have a little bit of too much and you're just like, even concrete starts to feel comfortable.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who hasn't been there? Like, anyways, clearly a little too much for him. But
as soon as I read the headline, I was like, Alex?
Yeah, it could have been me. It might be me this weekend. I'm going to a bachelor party.
That is true. It's possible.
Hopefully I don't make the
Bachelor
headlines.
party and comedy night? That's almost a guarantee.
That is, yeah.
I wait for the day that I get a Pattaya story and says, American tourist, American foreigner in Thailand.
Just like
Alexi
me.
Latour.
It's my mugshot.
Yeah.
Just holding up the sign. I hope to survive.
If you were reading yourself, that would be like the inception.
Is that
what's going on?
Is that me in the videos? Yeah. Anyways, we'll move on.
Yeah, we'll move on. Our next story is regarding a Thai woman in a pink bikini top caused 2-day disruption at a Nonthaburi police station due to mental health issues. Identified as 34-year-old Sudarat, she was found by her husband Ronachai, who had been searching for her since March the 23rd. Officers had kept her safe, providing food and support while managing her erratic behavior. Sudarat has a history of mental illness and has stopped taking her medication, leading to wandering and occasional panic episodes. Her husband, a motorcycle taxi driver, apologized and vowed to oversee her treatment more closely to prevent future incidents.
Scary stuff. Look, apparently she's been diagnosed and she had medications and that she wasn't on. And this is what happens when you get off your meds, man.
Yeah.
Like, fortunately, it was the police that picked her up and were able to keep her safe for a couple of days. But it's wild to me that they were trying to communicate with her for 2 days and she just would not respond. Like,
See, this is where I think Thai police are very patient and also very accommodating, where they understand that, all right, this is probably not the best way to deal with this person. Let's just try to kind of figure it out slowly.
Yeah.
And I think that hopefully they did the right thing.
Another wild part about this was that the husband was searching for her for 2 days. Didn't think to go to the police. Like, I don't know. That's a weird one because I guess she does this kind of often.
Yeah, true.
Like, so he was trying to track her down, do his own sleuthing. But I figure after 24 hours, it's probably time to at least notify the police. Anyways, lessons learned. Hopefully she's back on her meds.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we have some good news.
Okay.
Unless you like beating up children. As Thailand has now banned all forms of corporal punishment. That's right, Thailand has officially banned all forms of corporal punishment, both physical and psychological, marking a major victory for children's rights. The amendment to Section 1567 of the Civil and Commercial Code was announced on March 24th, making Thailand the 68th country to outlaw violent discipline in all settings, including homes and schools. UNICEF praised the move and urged continued support for nonviolent parenting education. A 2022 survey showed over half of Thai children had experienced such punishment, though rates have declined since 2015. The new law is hailed as a vital step toward ending violence against children nationwide. Jay, were you ever a victim of corporal punishment? You ever get
Yes.
a little smack with a chancleta or no?
I mean, back in the day, it was kind of normal.
Yeah.
Not so much when. So I studied in Dubai. There was no kind of that kind of punishment. I studied in India for a year. Oh yeah, there's a lot of that kind of punishment there.
Yeah.
But in Thailand, no.
Yeah,
I went to a more of international school, so that's like a no.
Right. Yeah.
A stern talking to is more kind of.
They manipulate you with guilt rather than that kind of thing. Does that count?
Much more effective?
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, you actually feel bad because if you get hit, you're just like more indignant about it than do you realize what you did? You're like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that sticks with you more for sure.
Yeah.
Shame the children. Don't beat them up.
Shame them all.
But yeah, I think it is a more effective way, and I think that's been proven in studies after studies. And I think. Some people like look back on their own punishments as a child, the violence, like toughen me up, that kind of a thing. Maybe, but I think we need to be scientific about how we approach this and trust the studies and the experts. I think this is good news for Thailand.
We're going to move on to our last story from around Thailand today. As some good news, Bangkok aims to host Formula One Grand Prix by 2028. F1 in Thailand. Thailand is preparing to host a Formula One Grand Prix in Bangkok's Chatuchak district by 2028, following a memorandum of understanding signed by the Sports Authority of Thailand and F1. It's finally happening. The initiative, backed by Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra and F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali, aims to elevate Thailand's motorsport profile. While Chatuchak is the preferred location, other venues are under consideration. The 3-year collaboration will focus on planning, data analysis, and scheduling, with organizers pledging to minimize environmental and noise impacts to gain local support. Enthusiasm is high as Bangkok edges towards joining the global F1 calendar. Ooh. Yes! Please.
By the way, I love how you nailed that Italian name. That was fantastic. You did the hand gestures and everything.
Thank you very much.
Now the question is, where will they be hosting it? Everybody's saying Chatuchak.
It could be anywhere. So a lot of people are saying, hey, we already have a FIA approved track in Buriram where they hold the MotoGP. They're like, hey, can we use that same track? They want to make a street circuit around Chatuchak, which I think is just going to be great as an experience. Obviously, they're going to fix the streets, but it's going to be crazy traffic. But I think it's going to be fun nevertheless. Like, they do that in Monaco. There's so many street circuits. I'm just happy that it's happening. Alex Albon will finally have a home country race.
That'll be nice. Yeah, that's for sure.
And we'll get to F1.
We'll be there in some form or another, that's for sure. I'm
the media partnership, get into the paddock.
Yeah, it'll be good, right? Yeah.
Take a selfie with
we're already promoting you, F1.
Yeah.
Like, come on, hook us up.
Come on, F1.
Yeah.
You know we're going to be there.
Yeah, we're still a few years away, though, so hopefully,
I hope it all goes still alive by then, which I plan to be. So, F1, here we go. I'm excited, man. Does this excite you? I'm a huge F1 fan. Are you?
I can get into it.
Okay.
It's not golf. No offense, golfers, but
seriously.
There's a little more excitement for this.
It'll be
excited.
A dream. It will be absolutely amazing. So, well done to Thailand government to making that happen. People were laughing about this. I think I reported this last year, and the government came out and so Sri Tatavisin came out and said that we're gonna have F1, and then their F1 representatives came out and said there's no truth to this. We've never spoken about it. There's no possibility it's not happening. So now that they have a referendum of understanding, makes it actually like legitimate. Look, people in the comment section, not just here, but like in the media out there, they're like, oh yeah, at least they'll fix the street and this and that. Like, joke all you want, I'll joke with you, but I'm so excited for this, man. I'm happy for the country. I love F1. I love Thailand. Two of those things put together, magic, baby.
Yeah. See? I knew you'd be happy with that story. All right. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for our Thailand section of the news. Jay's excitement aside, we're going to move into our ASEAN section. But before we do, a quick word from our sponsor, EC Markets.
Yeah. Hello,
Hey.
and welcome back.
Yeah, we're here again. Still jazzed up about the F1 over here. But yeah, anyways, as I said, we are moving on from Thailand to our ASEAN region, and our first stop is the Philippines, where over there an impeachment motion against Vice President Sara Duterte has been delayed by a Senate recess. Now, House prosecutors in the Philippines have filed a motion to summon Vice President Sara Duterte for impeachment, but Senate President Cheese Escudero says it can't proceed while the Senate is in recess. Escudero clarified that impeachment trials only begin once the Senate reconvenes and receives the articles of impeachment. The House defends its timing, citing constitutional duty, while Duterte remains in The Hague supporting her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, at his ICC defense. The Senate is expected to act on the motion in June, with Senate judges set to be sworn in on June 2nd and 3rd for the impeachment court. So, yes, the Dutertes in all sorts of hot water. One, the father at the ICC, the International Criminal Court, facing charges based on his war on drugs, so-called thing. And now Sara Duterte facing impeachment in her own country based on alleged death threats. And by alleged, I mean it was very well documented, but the semantics of it are still being argued. Anyways, still high drama in Philippines
the
politics.
Duterte family always in the news.
Yeah, seems like it.
All right, well, we're going to skip aside down south, around Southeast Asia, to Malaysia, where Malaysian soldiers have been arrested over death of colleague in ragging incident. 2 Malaysian army privates have been arrested following the death of a 21-year-old squad mate, Muhammad Murkiz Aseri, allegedly during a ragging incident at a Sarawak army base. Mukriz died from blunt force trauma after being forced into strenuous early morning exercises by his seniors. Police are investigating the case as suspected murder, while the Malaysian army has launched its own internal probe. The incident has reignited national concerns over bullying in military institutions, with authorities urging the public to avoid speculation as investigations continue. Murkiz was buried in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
Hazing. I mean, college has its hazing. I think the army takes it another step as well sometimes.
Yeah, it's definitely an institutional thing, bound in tradition, right? Like, we've always done it. That's how you toughen up, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then this incident happens.
Someone just takes it a bit too far.
Yeah. I mean, as somebody, I was in the fraternity system back in the United States, and we were always educated that, like, it happens every year. Somebody dies from hazing. Like, not a year has been missed since the 70s that somebody dies from hazing every single year. So it's a real issue, continues to be an issue, and just highlights the fact that we need to treat each other better. Like, I don't know. This seems like something that should be buried in the past, but still comes up. All right. Moving on to our next story. Bit of a happier story.
Okay.
Cambodia's Catholics have rebuilt a cathedral after the Khmer Rouge's destruction. Resilience, as Cambodia's Catholic community is set to consecrate the new St. Joseph Cathedral in Phnom Penh this November, nearly 50 years after the Khmer Rouge destroyed the original Notre Dame Cathedral. Blending Khmer and Catholic styles, the $3 million project, mostly funded by regional donors, marks the first new church built in Cambodia since 1967. Catholicism, once nearly wiped out under the Khmer Rouge, has slowly rebuilt with about 20,000 adherents today. The new cathedral symbolizes resilience, faith, and continuity in a predominantly Buddhist nation still healing from its turbulent past. It's tragic, I think. Like, obviously, I like people being able to believe in whatever they want to believe, worship whoever they want to worship. But when these political movements happen and violence is targeted towards certain minorities, it's just awful, right?
Yeah,
particularly what's happened in Cambodia. Their history is very, very violent. Millions dead. It's very nice to see this symbol of rebuilding coming forward, and that the times have changed over there. Good news.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna
Call me a hippie frat boy. How dare you? it's true.
We'll move on to our next story, taking us to Vietnam, as a Vietnamese father fined for letting 6-year-old drive car. Now, super dad story gone wrong. A Vietnamese father has been fined 29 million Vietnamese dong for letting his 6-year-old daughter drive a car on a public road in Vinpuk province. A viral video showed the child steering at around 40 kilometers per hour while the father encouraged her from the back seat. He claimed it was a treat after returning home from a long absence. Authorities deemed the act a serious traffic violation, citing the dangers of allowing an unqualified minor to operate a vehicle. The incident highlights the risk of irresponsible behavior and the importance of road safety compliance.
Oh,
That kid seems stoked, though.
she's having a great time.
Cool
but,
4-year-old.
I guess. But yeah, it is.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where, like, I remember doing this as a kid. I'd sit on
Yeah.
my dad's lap, but we would be like on a dirt road,
Yeah.
like far away from anybody that we could potentially hurt.
But were they like on the streets? I
could
doubt
see,
it.
yeah, there's like traffic going by. Yeah, that's not great. And going like 40,
Yeah.
what is it, 40 miles an hour or kilometers? Whatever it was, it's too fast for a little kid. Look, I know you got your reflexes there, Dad, but also it's a child. You never know when she's going to be like, I wonder what happens if I do this. Like, you know, that is still probably not the best move. Yeah, I don't know. They're 4-year-old, right? Like,
Yeah, you can't even be mad. It's like,
Yeah.
I thought she matured.
yeah.
I thought she was up for it, man.
Look, we're lucky. The only reason, by the way, this even got caught is because he posted it too. So like, here's my criminal activity. Like, don't post your crimes, people. Right? That's
Don't
just,
do it.
I guess. But it was.
Proud Father Day.
Yeah.
Jail. You
It
go to jail.
Was a cute video, I do have to admit, but also very, very dangerous. So yeah, we gotta lean on the side of safety, I say.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Oh, no, wait. What am I saying? That's it for today's Thailand news. If you would like more stories from across Thailand, please visit thetiger.com. If you'd like to join in the conversation on any of these topics, you can visit
ASEANnow.com.
That's Thailand's largest news forum. You can have your comments in the section below. Tomorrow night in Pattaya, one Alexi Latour is having a comedy show. If you're in the house, please, if you're in Pattaya, anywhere near Pattaya, go watch the show. Buy your tickets online now. It's going to be a great show. Phil Koo's going to be there.
Indeed. Yeah, we got a whole lineup. Actually, and we're at the part of the show. Just fun story. I always stress out about these shows because we sell tickets. Most of the tickets get sold in the last
day.
3 days leading up to the show. So now I'm starting to see the cascade of tickets. So you do want to get your tickets.
He was legitimately stressed yesterday.
It happens. Last time this happened, but we ended up selling out the place. We had more than 100 people came out to the show. And that's about capacity. So we hope to get to that again this time. So please get your tickets ASAP. If you do forget, you can get them at the door too. So anyways, thank you for that plug, Jay. And also don't forget to subscribe to The Thaiger here on YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, X. Sorry, I dead named. Wherever. And you'll see content that you don't normally see here on the main channel.